only unique live phone-in show for Rangers supporters all over the world.
There goes my hero. Watch him as he goes.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972, or better still, click the Skype button at the top of the Rangers Radio homepage and come in live. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Well, Bridgeman, hello, good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio. Joining myself, Fox, here on this post-match show after Rangers 2, Aberdeen 0 is the one and only Bridgeman. How are we doing, Bridge?
Oh, over the moon. High as a kite. Wonderful stuff. Very, very, very happy.
Started well. Everybody, I don't think there was a poor man. Everybody was doing their job. It was actually a good game of football, Bridge.
I thought so too. And you could see they're not, by the way, we're saying all these things about Rangers and we mean it. But the truth of the matter is as well, they're not a bad team. They can play. They've got some good players in their team. They're just dirty. And sometimes it takes away from their
cynical's the word I would use. I think they're losing. The boy Christie, who I thought was one of the better players against us in the last game at Ibrox, so I think even though he gets set off, was poor for me tonight. But the boy McLean showed flashes that he's not a bad player, mate.
See, that's the boy I wanted to bring to Ibrox. But
anyway, enough about them, Bridge. It's all about the Rangers.
It's all about the Rangers, pal.
If people want to join us, what's the number?
The number is 0141 356 1972.
Or they can join us at Skype at rangersradio.online. We're old school blues, lovely assistant. We'll bring you into the show. So
can I ask a question on this?
Yes.
How come Old School Blues got a lovely assistant and you don't?
It's his daughter.
Oh, of course, I know that. I do know that now. Now you say it.
All right, okay. If that's not giving too many family secrets away.
Okay.
Right, it's his lovely daughter. All right, who helps you. All right.
Right.
So we started well, Bridge. Could have scored with Josh Windass, just a bit unlucky.
Very.
And then they had a couple of chances. A slight play, I think, for us, and McLean broke away and slowed it to that Mackay Stevens, and I felt if it had been us, you'd have been looking for the ball to be in the net, but a good save by our goalkeeper, who went on to have a great match. And then we played some nice stuff, and the goal, I think we deserved to get the goal. Morales, good header. We could have scored a couple of our own with just a wee bit of luck and maybe a wee bit more calmness in front of goal. But we got the goal 1-0 half time, suits me. They started first couple of minutes of the second half, and then we had our best spell up until we got the penalty kick. I thought we looked dangerous. We got the penalty kick. I think the boy looked as if it was a leg break to me. Bridge, his shin bought it right through his leg. By his own player. Fair play to Tavernier. Steadied himself, scored the goal. And then when we went 2-0 up, Bridge, I thought we fell out at it.
Yeah, I think we did. Yeah, I think you're right there. Yeah. Can I comment on that a wee bit? I thought the penalty. I thought that what I thought when I saw the goalkeeper and the injury and so on and so forth and all about it, I thought there, but the grace was young Tavernier, rather what do you call him, Josh Winder, because I'm sure between the two of them were trying to trying to pull him down or injure him. I thought that Windass did well to do what he did to get away from that, because there's a lot of bad stuff going on tonight at times, you know. That's what I think.
Can I nip in there?
Well, once we bring you in, you can nip in, Al. They're not even on the show yet.
Really?
There's a queue, and you've went from first to last. On you go, Al.
No.
Oh, sorry, pal.
On you go, Al. We've been joined by Alan 63 Bridge.
I can hear him.
On you go, Alan. Give us your thoughts. And we've also been joined by Blue Shadow, Rudy Bear, and Ibrox Loyal, who
dancer
has either left the game early to see his bird. Never mind. I'll give you three scenarios. Left the game early to see his bird. Never made it to the game because of
bird.
No, having a problem getting into the game, or another. So I'll leave it to the panel.
The bird wins
Alan
it.
63, on you go.
Aye, what Bridge is saying there, I was kind of saying to Lewis, look, such and such, they're lucky enough they played the replay a couple of times. See the Aberdeen fella that came in behind Windass, he was straight-legged, and he caught Windass right in his ankle, his heel, and he was very lucky at the same time the goalkeeper was up in his arms, and that's when obviously you fold your legs and you take the brunt of it. But it was the defender that went and caught it into their goalie.
That's right, yeah. That's why
he could have done Windass.
Well, I think that's what was happening. I thought between the two of them, they tried to. Well, it looked like they tried to sandwich Windass, which they probably did. But they came off worse because I don't think Windass was going to come. I didn't think Windass was going to come out of that.
I don't think it was a deliberate plan. It was the speed of the game. Great Bobby Tavernier, Windass's pace. The boy knew he wasn't going to catch him. The goal he missed, and you had a collision. And unfortunately, their goal. We got.
I think you're being very magnanimous. I think the guy. I thought he tried to get Windass, missed him with his original thought, and caught his own goalkeeper. That's what I think.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think he caught his goalkeeper when he was doing it. I think he had a swipe at Windass, but it's Windass's pace that took him away from him, and he knew he was beat for pace. Anyway, we've also been joined by Blue Shadow and Rudy Bear and Ibrox Loyal. Rudy Bear, how did you enjoy that? But before I go to you, Rudy, there's a caller come in on the phone. Evening, caller.
It's Travel Dog.
How we doing, mate? You enjoy that? No, I feel you're on the park.
Mate. It was very, very good. But listen, get the other boys in. I'll listen in and come back to me when you're ready. All right?
All right, mate. Rudy Bear, on you go, mate.
That was an excellent team performance. They carried on with the left off the last game at Ibrox for me against the Sheep. At no point did I worry in that second half that we were going to lose that, because they just looked totally up for it. Big forwards, man. The saves, wow. I mean, I've spent the first half.
I wish I was on your single malt after we got the second, mate. I think.
No, that's what I'm going to. That's what I was just about to say. I mean, Fods, I kind of first half of the season I doubted him, but man, some of these saves he pulled off is superb. I thought Tav's last ditch tackling was absolutely brilliant. I thought Candace was excellent till he came off. I thought it was a great team performance. Listen, Aberdeen are a good side. Let's no sort of beat about the bush here. They've got some good players, but that's 7-1 in aggregate in 3 games, the last 3 games against them. I'm kind of pleased now that McInnes didn't come to us and he knocked us back, to be honest with you, because that's a hell of a record for Graham Murray, and well done to the whole team tonight. They were totally up for it.
Murray's beat him 4 times, Rudy. Blue Shadow, give us your thoughts, mate.
I was absolutely delighted, mate. I mean, what I loved to see particularly was the way the wingers were working backwards and forwards, supporting the full backs.
I thought Candace had an excellent game, and Murphy worked his socks off, mate.
I thought the right hand side of the pitch perhaps works a little bit better than the left, but that's no surprising since Murphy's not been in the door 2 weeks, is he? So that was absolutely fantastic. I thought Morelos did well. He needs to get working on the head in practice, though. But apart from that, so don't think there was a failure in the team.
No, I don't think there was, mate. Ibrox Loyal, Bridgeman, are you tighten? Bridgeman, Ibrox Loyal, give us your thoughts, mate. Then we'll go to Alan 63.
Yeah, mate. Great result. Probably Wes's best performance of his career. Let's be honest. Tav's absolutely fantastic. Well worth the man of the match performance. Set up a goal. Set up the penalty, then scored the penalty, then had a marvellous clearance off the line round about the 85th minute. Absolutely superb. Candias, brilliant. Russell Martin, outstanding. And Jamie Murphy did what he had to do, mate. Nothing really, there wasn't a lot came down the left hand side, but he did what he had to do, and I think we're well worth the 2-0 win, mate.
Alan 63.
I agree with everything that's been said thus far. I thought Ivy played well. There's a couple played better than others. Most notably would have to be, I think, Tav, because he was everywhere. Billy Wiz boots on the night. And the wee fella that stood in, captain Holt was tremendous, especially first half. It was everywhere. It was popping up here, there, and like I say, it's everywhere. Candace linking with Tav, especially second half, just just wonderful.
And the work Candace put in, the work. We've also been joined by we've also been joined by our global ambassador. How we doing, big chap?
Hi, I'm doing fine. Evening, gentlemen.
Evening, all.
I enjoyed that. My man of the match was Wee Holt. I thought he was industrious and he was all over the place. Excellent captain's performance. I thought Murphy in the first half, it took him to the second half to get into the game a bit, but that's fair. That's fair. It's his first game, but I thought he worked a lot harder. I don't think when Cummins came on, we got the bottom, and I was really disappointed in Morales. But he's sulking us coming off the park. Murty should have had a word with him at the edge of the park. In no uncertain terms, you're playing for this team, this great institution, this great club. I don't like to see that in players. Following him, I know I'm not a goalkeeper expert, but I think he does good for us. So I think he had 3 saves in a row there, man. They were like Andy Gorham, man.
Great saves.
The black Andy Gorham. How's that?
No. I don't know if you're allowed to say that.
You can say that. You can. You can. As long as you don't use the N word, that's fine. That's fine. It's in context.
All right. Travel Rog. I know you're sitting there listening, but give your thoughts, mate. You driving back?
No, I'm just waiting. The traffic's clearing. So.
But before you go, do you want to hear Ibrox Royal reporting the live match?
See, honestly, if you tell me that Ibrox Royal didn't get into the game tonight, because I had my boys' ticket. Beside me.
Ibrox Royal never get into the game tonight.
Oh, Jesus. Ibrox.
No, it was nobody's fault, mate. Skip's bus, I think, get held up, mate. Let's be honest, it's not his fault. I told Fox and Dave 72 just to go in because it was getting close to 25-8, and 4 Aberdeen fans came right up by me, right? Which they should never have been allowed into our part of the ground, let's be honest, at that part where we were. Barged into me, so I used unsavoury language to him. So he shouted to Police Scotland across, and they basically told the 5As to move on. So I walk all the way up to the mega store. The Aberdeen fans walk on, so I try to walk back again to go back to the bistro, and the 2 same police officer goes again, you're not getting back near this part of the ground, so you can move on away from the stadium. So I had to obviously walk away from the stadium.
Anyway, the game.
Yes, mate.
Aye. Very good performance. Dominated Aberdeen. The last 10 minutes, fair enough, we let them back into it, but you know what? You pay defenders to defend, you pay goalkeepers to save.
That's exactly.
So,
clean sheet. Oh, really good.
West protected that goal. Wonderful. And you've probably never seen it. Final whistle went, Murty on the park, all the way down, and met Wes as he was coming. Just Wes was making his way up, the game was finished. Mr. Murphy ran all the way up.
Fan travel.
He's growing on me. He's not up there in the McGregor Gorham Stephen Kloss area yet, but he's growing on me.
To be fair, Al, that's what he says about me. A question about did we miss?
Can I finish here? I think I've got a big cigar here, which is courtesy of Blue Shadow. Jason Holt was absolutely magnificent today. Absolutely magnificent. A captain's performance.
Hear me, I'll give you that, but I think Tavernier proved he's the best fullback at the club. Did we miss Danny Wilson tonight, Rudy?
Best fullback in Scotland?
I don't think so. I mean, I think Russell Martin had an excellent game.
David Bates never missed a header until Tav told him to leave one, which the Aberdeen boys nipped in.
One at a time. Your name's Travel Rock, he's called Rudy Bear. Rudy Bear?
Yeah, I thought the central defence was brilliant. I thought Big Russell Martin showed us what he's there for. I think he'll improve as well, First game, aye, absolutely, that's what we were looking for off Alves, and we didn't really get it, but I think we got it off of him. That's a proper leader's performance for me. Bates, man, we need to be sorting that boy's contract out for me because he's just getting better and better.
Did you see the one he pirouetted the box and cleared it?
But he's getting better, Ox. This is the thing. We need to, there's some interest apparently. Is it Sunderland? I think they're having a wee sneaky swatch at him. I think we need to be talking to that boy and sorting something out, and quickly as well. Let's know.
I think the talks are going well, mate, because he is a Rangers supporter. Boy Shadow.
I mean, if you quite frankly, who'd want to go to Sunderland at the minute, though? To be fair, that club's having an absolute nightmare. So I've every confidence that we'll get something agreed with Mr. Bates. Sadly, I'm not so sure about Danny Wilson, but
did we miss him?
Absolutely not, mate. Not even in the slightest.
No, absolutely.
If he's going to throw, he walked away once. It looks like he's looking for the money again. So if that's his way, that's his way. He can go, and I hope it goes well for you, mate. Because we'll move on and we'll move forward.
There's centre half expert Bridgeman, Russell Martin.
Oh, Russell Martin was excellent tonight. Look, I said earlier that I wasn't a failure in the team. Every single player played his part. I thought that overall, at the end of the game, I would have said that Tavernier was totally and absolutely outstanding, and he's added another 0 to his value. I thought Morelos scored a fantastic goal, missed a couple, scored a fantastic goal, another 0 onto his value, whatever value that was. It could be in Dembele dollars, of course, you never know your luck. But the truth of the matter is, I thought Wes Foderingham, my goodness gracious, 3 weeks ago, I said on here, I thought Wes Foderingham we could sell because I didn't rate him as a really great goalkeeper. Well, tonight, it was on the TV, I watched it, unfortunately I wasn't there, I'd love to have been there. That's one of the best results we've ever had at Ibrox. That was fabulous. The last 15 minutes, including the 5-minute injury time it was added on, the last 15 minutes of that game was nail-biting, and every other part of your body biting as well, because I'll tell you, it's really, really tough to watch that. But what a defensive performance by some of your players. Just outstanding. Well done, Rangers. Well done indeed.
Al 63.
Yes. Following on from what Bridgman said, absolutely amazing to watch. But being in the house and me talking through the whole game more or less, I never really felt the bite of the nails time, but I could see
I was never
without actually saying it. I could see some danger at times, and I think most of it wasn't for their good play; it was more for their slack play.
When legs seemed to go to one time out in the midfield because he'd worked.
It just disappeared, didn't it?
I think the relief of getting the goal, they flooded the midfield to try and come forward, and at the same time our energy levels just dropped because we'd put so much into the game. The boy Goss, first game, the nervous energy, Holt because of the Grunny covered. Yeah. Obviously, you've got Candias and Murphy who'd worked hard all night and at the right time. I just think we were a wee bit slow, but that's just a criticism of changing shape because if they got one back, you'd have been nervy.
I felt a wee bit sorry for Cummins. I thought he should have got on a wee bit earlier, maybe 10 minutes before he was brought on. Windass, although he won the penalty and did some good runs and good chasing doing, I thought he could come off with at least 20, 25 to go. Just nitpicking.
Alright, Travel Rug, here's your thoughts on the centre halves.
I'm very good. David Bates for me he never missed a ball. He can time a tackle.
Dougie the Bear saying that his hair is Hawaiian sunset. I don't know how you're seeing it yourself.
Hawaiian tropics. It's golden locks. That's what it is for me. I tell you, the boy is everything you're wanting for a central defender. He goes and wins headers. He goes and attacks the ball. He puts a foot in, and he'll go through a player when he needs to. Which brings me to another point. The referee was absolutely woeful. The amount of fouls that Aberdeen had in the first half, and the amount of time it took him to get a card out, an absolute disgrace.
I'll go to Al 63, and then I'll give you Andy Little's quote of the game. On you go, Al 63. Sorry, Big Al in Australia, and then we'll join Gary. On you go, Al.
I know the quote you're going to say because it stood out to me on the,
it was
the
a
TV
beezer
as well.
It was a beezer.
look, defensively, Travel, did you not have reservations about Big Bates? Is he growing on you now?
No, I've always been impressed with Bates as a defender. I'm no, I'm never. I don't think you're ever going to get a Terry Butcher raking pass. You know, that type of thing.
No.
But you know what? I didn't have. You can go back as far as you like. I have never criticised Bates because
you don't criticise anybody, Travel Rugby, if I'm being honest.
I criticise him, but he's got a lot better.
I don't think.
I think if you look at my Tavernier comments, they might.
Well, that's because you didn't like him, but you're changing your tune. You know he's the best fullback at the club. But Terry Butcher didn't have the big breaking passes when he was 21. We've been joined by Gary. Evening, Gary.
How are we, guys? All right?
You enjoying that, mate?
Absolutely brilliant. I'm buzzing, mate. Who
was man of the match for you, Gary?
Man of the match for me was Fotheringham. He was.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with that.
He was fantastic. He was
closely followed with Tav. Tav
was absolutely brilliant. I'm sorry for me, but Fotheringham was fantastic. What a shot stopper that guy.
Can I ask a question, Gary?
Of course.
Are you on Ibrox's quadgy?
No, he's as clear as a bell, mate.
Is it? But an echo there. Quadgy's got
Can I have a quick question to Gary?
Who was that? Who said that?
Traveller. Can I have a quick question to Gary? Gary, did you see the manager running towards Fotheringham at the final whistle?
No. We had to leave just a couple of minutes for the end. No, I missed it. What?
All right, okay. I
thought yourself a supporter, Gary.
Sorry, Subway loyal. Subway loyal, Gary.
I just thought it was great management by Graham Murphy.
What was it?
He made a big point. He ran straight on the park and grabbed big Fotheringham and congratulated Fotheringham because I think just as you guys are saying, he had such a good game and he was also telling the support to applaud Big Wes. I know Jason Hope got the man of the match at the stadium and everybody's talking about other players, but I think our manager was trying to just let it know that a lot of that came down to Wes there.
Aye. Can I say just a couple other things, if you don't mind, guys, just about the game?
There you go.
After, obviously, the big hype last night, Cummings was very disappointing when he came on.
To be fair, mate, the ball never went his way. We sort of went deep and he was isolated and he didn't have a chance to shine, Gary. So I wouldn't criticise him for anything that happened when he was on the park tonight.
Right.
It's not like that, Gary. You've got to remember the boys don't match fit either. It'll take him a couple of games, 2-3 games maybe to get into the swing it properly. But believe you me,
maybe being a bit harsh there.
I think you're a wee bit, Gary. I think you give him another 2-3 games and you'll see that boy hit the back.
Can I come in on that?
Yeah, on you go, Bridge.
I was just going to say, I agree with you guys, but Cummins, I was actually shouting for Cummins to get taken the penalty. That's what I was wanting. I wanted Cummins to take a penalty. The whole of Ibrox would.
He wanted it, Bridge. He wanted it. He went straight.
I've no complaints, mind you. I've no complaints. I thought every single person that came on that park and wore a Rangers shirt knocked their hat. They really played their part. I thought the new guys who came on, the Murphys, the Gossies, played an absolutely fabulous game of football up until the last 15 minutes of the game.
You mentioned the boy Goss, mate. He's a classy football player.
Absolutely brilliant.
What's your second point, Gary?
Smasher.
The other thing for me was obviously bearing in mind where I sat, I had like a bird's eye view of it. Morelos, his reaction when he came off for me was just not on. He kind of slapped Murty's hand. He pushed Jimmy Bell away when he was trying to, put the jacket on. Kind of shoved the jacket away, but then he grabbed the jacket and, when he was in the dugout. For me, that's just not a good reaction.
I don't like the petulance, but I don't mind somebody being upset and being taken off, if that makes sense. Yeah. I'll give you Travel Rug. I'll give you Andy Little's comment tonight, and Big Al knows where I'm coming from, didn't you, Al?
All right.
Andy Little says that Tavernier was involved in two and a half of the goals.
Can I just say to Gary, see if you had to wait at the last 2 minutes. Cummins was phenomenal.
Oh, what a run he done. Gary, he shoved it through 3 players' legs and chipped a goal and hit the bar.
I know it's because of where I get picked up, like obviously because
I'm only having a laugh with you, buddy. I know.
No. Just we need to leave.
Everybody else is been
so I'm up there on
on your pisser all week, so I thought I'd start.
Gary, you must
the Morelos thing.
Aye, on you go, Trouble Hog, and then I'll go back to Gary.
Then Morelos, sorry. I just think Morelos was pretty frustrated with some of the chances he missed as well.
You might be right, mate.
Yeah.
You might be right.
We were talking about it, the boys sits next to me, we were talking about how he seems to let missed chances get him down. Whereas somebody like Jason Cummins, or you know he'll be that type of player where he'll miss 4 and no care, because he knows he's going to get the next one. And that was the thing with me, Morelos. You can actually see him on the park absolutely raging because he's missed an opportunity. He needs to just shake that off and just think, right, go on for the next one. He missed a good header and then scored a more difficult one, I think. So he needs, I think, I don't know that he was being petulant. I mean, remember, Latino temperament, you know what I mean? We've just got to accept that that's maybe the way he is. And I think it was more frustration at the chances as opposed to frustration at being substituted.
Maybe that's a fair comment. Gary, you in the second half, mate, and then we'll go to L63 then, Rudy. Gary, you must have got a good view of Candace's performance working back and working for the team.
Aye, absolutely. He was in every single ball. It was brilliant. He never gave them a moment, you know, and I've always rated Candace. I've always thought he's been great since he's joined us. But I know you're right. He was in every single ball, working for the team, attacking, defending. Fantastic. Really happy with him.
Alan 63.
Aye. Well, I do with the wee fella coming off. I think it was more it was Beelan that was getting taken off because he knew the chances were there. He was doing a lot of great running, chasing folk in. And I just think he thought in his own head, I deserve to see the game out. So I think he took being subbed as a bad thing rather than the fact of what they said on TV that we've got another couple of games coming up, so we want them fresh as possible for them as well. So as much as he acted the way he did, he wasn't exactly doing one of those kind of select player type things. It wasn't that bad.
If I'm being honest, mate, if I'm honest with you, Al, I don't know what you think yourself. It was the right substitution to make because his legs had went.
Yeah, he'd done his best running.
Do you think it's a confidence issue for him? Do you think he's...
I think he's just...
It's nothing to do with confidence.
He's just learning the game, Gary.
He's a young guy. He's a young guy, you know what I mean? It's nothing to do. He's got confidence, you know. I mean, he's top goal scorer in Scotland right now. You know, you don't become a top goal scorer in Scotland if you lack confidence. He was annoyed with himself. Travel made a good point there. He was annoyed with himself. He could have had a hat trick the night, you know, easily. Could have had a hat trick the night if he'd took his chances. He was annoyed. He went up, and I don't happen to think a wee bit of petulance is a bad thing. He was annoyed about coming off. He wanted to score more goals. They took him off, probably at the right time, as you say, Docs. But he was annoyed because he got took off and he wanted to score more goals. It's as simple as that. We've had Rangers players who couldn't.
We've got some interference coming for you, mate.
Okay, can I come in on that one, Ox?
On you go, mate. On you go.
I was just going to say, I agree with what Rudy's saying. My honest opinion about it is that all the players that were in the squad tonight should have been told what you deserve. One or more of you is going to be subbed tonight. So I don't want anything, no rubbish. You're playing at Ibrox in front of a packed house, and you need to come out and play your game. If I take you off, it's a reason for taking you off. It's not personal, so don't take it personal. Just come off, be professional, get back into the dugout and stay with your job.
Can I come in, Bridge? How many times did the manager tell you, don't get involved, keep at it, keep your cool, and within 10 minutes you were right involved because of the heat of the battle?
Well, the heat of the battle is always good, and I've got no complaints when it's all on the park. I'm talking about that when you get off the park and you're being substituted.
But it's still the emotions. I
can understand the emotions. I can understand the emotions, but by the time you get off the park, you know there's realisation you're having to do it. That you should not in his position, he shouldn't be getting as angry is that with the men that are making the decision, shouldn't be doing it. That's my honest opinion.
I mean, I want to keep looking at the positives rather than any small thing it's going to take away with the fact that we're starting to get a wee bit of momentum. Alan. On you go, Al.
I said to you before the game, it was really a must-win game to carry momentum into the rest of our league games. So I'm happy in that respect. Just on the Morelos thing, I think it was due substitution. He missed a couple of chances, so bring another striker on. He done his job. He scored the goal. So be thankful that you're playing for us, actually. And so we carry on. We need to take this momentum up to the Highlands on Sunday, Saturday. And we just have to keep going. We've got a few bad injuries. I think you'll see Murphy progress. I'd like to see him get on the ball a wee bit more and not cutting in. You've seen it in the second half. He just didn't have his shooting boots on, maybe a bit ring rusty. I think Saturday as well, it's a game for two up front.
What about the pass of the match travel rug for Russell Martin to Declan John, and then he puts it in when Morelos ended up missing the chance when the goal was flapped?
Should have hit that. You know, there was we played some smashing football, some lovely touching, one-touch stuff, and we knocks from the corner and that. I thought we played some cracking football today, and it's really quite encouraging seeing them playing that, and for them having the confidence to play that. And it was a really enjoyable night, especially after that second goal went in. I think I know somebody's made a couple of times. I think this boy Goss is going to be a cracking football player. Do you know something? He's just got that way about him again. One of these players that just seems to have time on the ball. And he takes time as well. You see him, he just kind of dangles his leg ready to pass it. And I don't think he wasted a pass tonight. I'd love to see what his possession was, because I don't think he wasted a pass all night.
Third comment, mate. Alan 63, you want to come in there?
Aye. Well, I noticed after half a game I seen him in a friendly over in America. The guy was class. And I think he's starting to show it, which is really, really good. And I think we've also got to mind, I went and put it in the lobby there, we've got Murphy, we've got Goss, Cummins and Martin, and none of them are match fit, and yet they can get there and do what we did to Aberdeen. We basically bossed that whole game, which was just brilliant.
We dodged a bullet with that manager, man. We dodged a bullet with him.
Do you really think that, Al? Do you really think that?
Definitely.
He never had nothing. He couldn't feel nothing at the back of the day to counteract what we were doing. As you said earlier, it was us that caused them to come into the game. We got a bit tired. It was as simple as that. He had nothing.
You back with us? You back on you go, Al. Carry
Sorry,
on.
boys.
No, carry on.
I'm just saying that as a manager, I don't think we dodged a bullet there, and I'm thank God, because we would have been playing like them the night at home against whoever, you know what I mean? And I don't want to see that. Travel Rug made a very good point. I thought I've not seen it in a long time, but I thought when we go into the corners, we were still looking for that wee pass, that wee zip. And I think that was throughout the game on either side of the park, taking it down into the corners and still looking for the pass, still trying to create, just not trying to let it run out or get a shy or a corner, looking for that break, because when you're in that position, defenders are out the way, you can cut it back and then get it back in the box. So I thought that it was a really good, positive game.
Can I ask the boys that were, just to ask the boys that were actually at the game, what kind of reception did McInnes get? I know there's been a bit of furore.
What was it like at the end of the game, Gary?
Can I just make a point about that boy Goss?
Aye, on you go, mate.
He's a player and a half, I'm telling you. I can perfectly understand why QPR wanted him back at the end of the season. There's no chance we'll keep him, because he'll just get better and better. But another point I'd like to make, is Candace. What a game that boy had.
You took the words right out of my mouth. And what the question I was going to ask you, does it really show us how bad a coach actually Pedro was? Because we thought he'll disappear, Candace will just disappear, he'll get worse. Candace has got better since Pedro left.
He's found his feet, hasn't he? You know, and Murty seems to be able to play him properly, and he knows exactly what to say to him. You know, before the game, half time, or whatever the case might be. I just thought he was outstanding tonight. I mean, when Aberdeen were on the attack at one point, he ran 40 yards, tackled the player, took the ball off him, and then set Morelos up, and Morelos get fouled just maybe 10 yards outside the box or something like that. That for me should have been a centre half, by the way. But could have been on and scored, you know. But what a pass that was, and it was absolutely brilliant. I think Candace had an excellent game, and if he can keep that kind of form up for the rest of the season, what a winger we've got in the right. That boy will, you know, between Cummins, Morelos, and Josh Windass, man, they'll score goals for fun if that boy keeps flying like that.
Boy Shadow.
Whoops, right, sorry, I was just sitting in the background, mate.
Alright, mate, just a bit, with the performance of Candace, mate, have we actually seen how bad a coach Pedro actually is? Because we'd have thought he'd have got worse when Pedro left and he's came to the fore.
Well, I think it's a case of he's got more freedom to express himself because he's got less restrictions placed on him. You know, as we said before, Pedro seemed to want to micromanage player rather than, you know, give them sort of broad strokes of the brush, as it were. This is what I want you to do, and then the guy's free to just express himself more. And I think that's what Mr. Murty's general managerial style is, if you want to. You know, he puts in a rough thing. I would like this, that, and the next thing, but within that, you can play your own game. And I think that's why the players are responding to it so strongly.
I think Candace was just a journeyman pro. He's came to a club now that I think he feels appreciated and a wee bit loved, and that's coming out in his football now. He's obviously sees what the fans think of him. We're putting in the effort with him because we think he's a good player, but he's also, and more importantly, putting in the effort on the park for us. And it's two-way, and I think he's thriving on that. You've seen it in the Celtic game, and I mentioned that to you before the show, and I've seen it tonight, just as Rudy says, he was tracking back, he was forward, and he's getting that wee bit of delivery. And look, he's not going to be a superstar, or he wouldn't be playing for us, but he'll do us, he'll do a good job for us at the moment.
Anyway, lads, if you don't mind going to mute, we're going to hear from our manager, Graham Murty.
Beating Aberdeen's becoming a bit of a habit for you, isn't it?
Let's not say that. Let's not gloat. Let's just concentrate on winning and being a habit. Full stop. It needs to be at this football club, and guys put in a really big shift today. We were good at times. We were slick at times, but at times we had to do the other side of it. We had to put our bodies on the line. I saw guys doing that, and I thought Wes Foderingham pulled out a display there when we really needed him of excellent saves. It just underlined for me why he's one of, if not the top goalkeeper in this league. But we look a threat. We look ready for the second half of the season.
I was going to say, you gave three boys their debuts this evening, and as you say, you look ready. Is this what you wanted to start 2018 like? Yeah,
we wanted to start on the front foot. We wanted to start positive. I thought our rotations were good, our movement was good, and I have to say, we won't face as many teams as good as that many times this season. I thought their rotation, their front four caused us problems when we got a little bit stretched. But our interchange and our play when we went forward, I thought was really good, and we created numerous chances to stretch the game away from them. But as I said, pleasing things, but also things for us to work on.
Is this just the start of what you want to build?
This isn't what we're going to look like at the end of the season. We're on the path, but it's just the first step, and we have to keep on building and building and building. The foundations were laid in Florida. We're building on top of that now, but there's more to come. You haven't seen the best of us, I don't feel, as yet. We have more to do, we have work to put in, we have understanding to gain, and let's not forget, that's the first time this group of players have played together. So for me, I think it's an immensely positive evening.
Alfredo Morelos with his 13th of the season. He missed a header just before that goal, so to keep his confidence, to keep his cool, he must have been impressed.
He does it, he gets in there, and he's a threat all the time. From centre halves must hate him because the ball seems to get attracted to him in those areas, and you have to be there to miss them. And you're not worried about his confidence because he always wants to get in there, he always wants to score. And then you look around, and I've got someone like Jason Cummins to come on if Alfredo's looking a bit fatigued, which is great. And we're going to need the entire squad. I keep on emphasising this. We need competition in the squad. We need people in the squad pushing us and creating. that level that we can aspire to be better than we are at the moment, we've got that now. So we have to make sure that we utilise the entire squad at the right times to get us to where we want to be.
And James Tavernier, an assist and then kept his cool to put that penalty away after quite a long wait.
We've had previous on penalties that have taken our time, but he was very, very cool. I thought Josh had one in the first half that could have been a penalty. It seemed the ref wasn't wanting to give Josh much all evening, but I do have to say that my heart goes out to Joe, the goalkeeper. I never like to see people going off on the stretcher, and I hope it's not too serious. I haven't actually had word yet, but we'll go in and check because no one wants to see that, and we wish him a speedy recovery, obviously.
A word for your goalkeeper though. Wes Fodringham was fantastic this evening.
I was shaking my head in bemusement at times. The positioning, the reactions, the strength of his core, the way he works every day puts him in that condition to make those saves. But you have to make them on big stages, and they don't come much bigger than Ibrox at home against Aberdeen. And when called upon, I thought he was outstanding. And I'm sure Jason Hall got man of the match, but I'm sure he might give him a sip or so of his drink, because as much as we owe all the guys a debt, I thought Wes in particular stood out from the rest.
Cool and a glamorous assistant. Bridgeman, do you enjoy that? He's grown in his
he's fantastic. He really has. He's came into it, and you know, he's telling he's magnanimous in victory. His thoughts up were towards Wes Fodringham for the performance, and the other goalkeeper for the sort of, I don't know if it's a leg break, but let's say the serious injury to his leg. So I think he's good that way. I have to say this guy has been, shall we say, an under-20 coach, and the top man, manager-wise, the top man outside of the Tims across the city was this guy, McInnes, and this guy has come along, and Murty's absolutely outschooled him, outcoached him, outthought him, outfought him. Absolutely outstanding. What a result this is going to be. This result will resound all through Scottish football.
On you go, Travel Rug.
I'm just saying that was great work for Bridge. That's exactly what he done here, and
he also motivated him as well.
Bridge was asking about the reaction of the fans towards Derek McInnes. Bridge, there wasn't any reaction. For me, there was two different managers. Graham Murray was there, sitting at the pitch, giving instructions, and he had the club jacket on, he had the suit on, looked at it, and was doing everything a manager should do. Derek McInnes was out there with some fancy jacket and a scarf, mincing up and down his blue box. For me, as Big Al said earlier, we have dodged a bullet there. We have got the better choice out of the two that was available tonight. And their strength to Mr. Murray, excellent. And one final thing, I know we're talking about Candace there. I think we need to give Daniel Candace a bit of credit, because he seems to be building an understanding and building a partnership with the second best fullback in the league at the moment. the best fullbacks, unfortunately. Yeah, but seriously, I think we need to think about that as well. That they are now building a partnership. There's an understanding with them. They support each other very well, Candace and James Tavernier. So I don't want to see Tavernier leave, because I think we're now beginning to see.
Never thought you would say that, brah.
And and for as far as Jamie Murphy goes, I know you were saying there, Jamie Murphy was, and it might be just he's just getting a wee bit of understanding in his first game and all the rest of it. Quietly effective, that's the way I would describe Jamie Murphy. There was nothing too flashy about him, but every time he got the ball, you thought, here, something could happen here. And again, he was willing to take players on, which is a good thing. And that's really
also work for the teammate. He covered a lot of distance.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Blue Shadow then, Al63. Blue Shadow, what did you think of Mr. Murty there?
I thought it was certainly a good interview, as we've known all along, well, for quite a while now. He seems to be the nice guy, but it does not take away from saying that he doesn't have the steel within him to become a manager. I think Mr. Murty's still got a fair bit to learn, but he's a young manager, and with Jimmy Nicholl beside him, hopefully he can help just provide that little bit extra experience and help us move us forward. One of the ones that does concern me is he seems to leave his substitutions awfully late. Mm-hmm. and perhaps bringing them on at 60, the second substitution on 65, 70 minutes. If he'd sub Morelos then, it would have done more benefit. It would have saved Morelos more and brought Cummings on and given him a bit longer as well.
You're nitpicking. You're nitpicking.
Yeah,
on you go.
I just what Blue Shadows asked me. I can see where you're coming from, Blue Shadow, because there was a lot of murmurings about the stadium, and most of them were all wanting Winders to be replaced. However, we were playing well at the time, so should you make a change when you are playing well? I thought at that time we were dominating up until 65, 70 minutes. I thought we were absolutely dominating him, and I could see us getting another goal, So I know what you're saying, Blue Shadow, but why would you change a team that's playing well?
Because you've got another game on Sunday.
Aye, the big picture, I get where you're coming from. I'd have took Morelos off about 5 minutes at least earlier, the Blue, if I'm being honest,
Aye.
Al 63, Mr. Murty, grown on you, mate?
Yeah, aye, he's grown on me like a flipping what?
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Maybe that's not a good thing to say. Well, what's a happy wart? I don't know.
What's such a thing, mate?
I don't know. I think he's done brilliant. I didn't ever see him being as good as what he is. And I think all the things that have been said about him have all been spot on. To do with his tactics, and I think the motivation's no for him, but I think that's probably for the man for Ulster. I think that's his forte, and I've said that before. I think that's exactly why he is there. Our v Jimmy. I think when it comes to tactics, you've got to be kind of balls in, if you know what I mean. If you see your team's playing all right, but you've got guys there that you trust and you want to do better, get them on. Don't wait for 5 minutes to go or something like that, because you're going to get nothing for them. And the person you're taking off, you're not really saving their legs, because 5 minutes here or there's nothing. When it comes to the same guys that I went and said earlier who are lacking a wee bit of the fitness, I thought they were superb on the night, considering this was Aberdeen, this brilliant Aberdeen side. And I think it's going to be great once our guys get to know the different runs that they players make, so they all start to gel, as it were. And the final thing I would say was, at Christmas time there, I used a couple of different places. I sent 2 letters to Santa via, we call them Royal Mail, and the other 2 were done online, and all 4 said the same thing, and that was, oh, please Santa, make that guy Wallace as good as Tav.
Alright, I must have seen your letter about Rihanna. I must have been the wrong letter.
I was after all one.
Yeah, Ibrox Loyal. What did you think of Mr. Murty?
Oh, great interview, mate. A few things I didn't like him saying, mate. The first thing he says was...
Whoa.
No,
let's be positive.
No, I'm not being positive, mate, but let's be honest. He says, let's no gloat because we'll beat Aberdeen so many times in a row. But you can guarantee if it was other way about, they would be gloating about it for years and years to come. So I'm going to gloat and say, well done, Rangers, we've stuffed the sheep yet again. Everything else, mate, absolutely positive. Fantastic conference yet again. Spoke really well yet again. But we expect that from him now, because he does it every time he comes up. He do a press conference, so absolutely love it.
Has he grown on you?
He always has, mate. I've never had a bad word to say about Mr. Murty, and I never will. He stood up as an under-20s coach, stood up when it mattered, when we really needed him, and he's took us forward, and I believe he'll only do it in the coming games, in the weeks and months ahead. So,
Gary, did you enjoy Mr. Murty?
Absolutely. That was a fantastic interview. What stood out for me was when he said, you haven't seen the best of us yet. That to me is very promising from what we've seen already.
Yeah.
If it's going to get better, that's only a good thing, because the way it is now is fantastic. So if that's not the best, then I can't wait to see what the best is.
Can I ask Ryan? Ryan, what did you think of the news that's supposed to be happening for us after that result, and the thought process is that the young lad Greg Docherty is going to come across from Hamilton to join us. We're actually building such a really good squad, aren't we, of first team players. It's going to be really good. It's quite exciting, looking forward. So the manager's got a big task on his hands just to keep all these players happy and rotate them properly and all the things that's needed to do as a manager. I really do think what we need to do is get a hold of young Morelos and say to him, just what I was saying earlier, just calm your jets, son. You're not going to be on the pitch. Sometimes you're not going to be on 90 minutes. So you just take your time and you come off and you do a professional job, and that's it. But other than that,
can I just come in there?
Saying, I'll come to you, Rudy, in a second. We're picking up a tweet that young Greg Docherty's girlfriend's put out, Jenna Law, who's a pretty young girl. She said Greg Docherty has his medical tomorrow, so incredibly proud of you. Cannot wait to watch you living your dream and playing for Rangers. Brilliant. On you go, Rudy.
Greg Docherty's coming in by the looks of things. That'll be sorted tomorrow, hopefully, maybe the day after at the latest. We've got Dorrans to come back, Lee Wallace to come back, Ryan Jack to come back. I tell you what, that bench is starting to look really good outside the first 11 for me. Listen to Graham Murty there, full of pride. He was absolutely bursting. You could just hear it in his interview. Great man management. I think having Jimmy Nicholl in there in the dressing room at half time, geeing the boys up, saying, look, get out there, same again, let's go again. There's another 45 minutes to play here. You're in front of 50,000 Bears, you need to go out and play for them. And that's exactly what they've done for me. I thought it was a cracking team performance. I'm really excited. Considering a few weeks ago, when we were on here repeatedly, night after night, talking about the managerial position and the McInnes thing fell through, which a lot of us weren't that keen on in the first place anyway, and it looked like an absolute shambles. Well, I tell you what, they haven't half turned it round in just a few short weeks for me. Turned it round,
Can I travel on? Can I ask you a question, mate?
Go on, mate.
You're at the game and you've enjoyed the result and the victory, but it takes two teams to make a game, because the fact that they've came and try and win it again makes the game a lot more entertaining.
Fair enough, but we dominated, and that's maybe a good thing. When teams will try and play football, it allows us to play football, and that's where we will show our strength. So very, very good.
I'm not praising Aberdeen. All I'm saying is some of the draws we've watched Ibrox with 10 men behind the ball trying to sneak a goal. It was refreshing to watch a decent game of football.
Yeah, fair enough, but I also believe that we may have, or we are starting to have the firepower that will be able to destroy those ones that want to come and put 10 men behind the ball. We've been too rigid under Mark Warburton. We didn't have the right signings under Pedro, but I think that between the director of football and our manager and his coaching staff, I think we're making the right signings as good as a flexibility that will be able to change games, change the formation at the start of a game, but also change stuff going through the game. And I think that's going to be very important for us. Just as we said, there's going to be competition for places. So fair enough, Aberdeen come out and play. The next week we're going to be playing against Fraserburgh. I'm pretty sure they'll try and camp in and try and stop us from scoring. It's just, again, it's up to us. We're going to have you can have Cummins and Morelos and Windass on that forward advanced position. That's just maybe what we need. I'm much more confident about what we've got. I'm liking what I'm seeing.
So it's onwards and upwards, and I'm sure we'll talk about it tomorrow night. The next game is away at Ross County, and that becomes a massive game, the Bridgeman.
As we've been saying most of the season, isn't it? Every game we play is a massive game. Obviously, we're on a high at the moment, and all the Bears who are following us, and some of them desperate to see the wee links that we're going tonight, some of them just desperate to see and hear, and what a shame on the media and the TV companies in Scotland that they never went this out. That was a fabulous game, and that should have been on the TV 100%. Biggest crowd of the season. Absolutely amazing that it wasn't on the television. However, more fool them and the whole of Scottish football. And I'm talking about SFA and SPFL. That should all be sorted out. Make sure these games are on the TV, and that would have been a great advert for Scottish football. Never mind for us. However, as I said a wee bit earlier, unbelievable, great stuff, and our team are starting to show what the manager has wanted them to show. So let's hope they keep it up, because we've got a big game at the weekend, once again.
Come on, Roberts. On you go, mate. I have a question, a subject I brought up before in the pre-match show. What about this referee? Because I said before the show...
You got it spot on, by the way. You got it spot on.
Exactly. Because we've lost, I don't know how many players already to the injury list. And yes, we're going to start getting competition for places, but it's only going to take another couple of injuries and we're going to be back at the same position again.
I think Bobby Madden likes the game to slow, but there was a 10-minute period where they had about 3 or 4 fouls, one after the other. And Considine could have been sent off, but when he'd been booked and then he hauled back Josh Windass in front of the assistant on the enclosure side, and he never even got a foul. You seen him pulling him back, it would have been a yellow and he should have been off. With Shadow, you got it spot on, but we've reached that time of the evening and we need a shout out. We'll start with Travel Rug.
I'm just the last few weeks it started to give me hope that we're going to get our club back, and we're going to start marching on and pushing. I am not giving up on the league yet. I don't care about second place. I'm still hunting them down, and I want our players to hunt them down. And thanks very much to my team tonight. The game was a cracking performance. I love the Rangers doing that.
Are you going to get that new Leeds badge on my strip? Have you seen that story, mate?
No, I don't need that. As long as I've got Wallace in the back of my strip, that's it.
On your tattoo, I know that's how you like him, because it used to be a Jock and now it's Lee. You've just changed your tattoo. Give us a shout out, Alan 63.
I'm right up there with what Travel says. I still think we can catch them. I don't think there's anything, especially after watching this tonight, that we've got anything to fear. Aberdeen can give them a game, and although they usually lose them, and Thistle only beat 2-1, we're 1,000 times better than them. We've got nothing to fear. And your guys, like I said, they're all gelling, they're all going to get stronger, everything's going to be better. They'll get to know each other's understanding. So shout outs, Mr. Murty, keep it going, get that gelling going, and I'll phone you after if you're up.
Alright. Ibrox Loyal, you'll get another chapter in the Ibrox Loyal chapter of life, mate, to write up tonight.
Yeah, can I just say well done, Mr. Murty, and well done to the squad. You did us all proud to a man, absolutely fantastic, roll on the weekend.
Yeah, Rudy Bear.
Aye, Murty, Graham Murty and the team, well done. Fantastic performance, but it's only one game. Roll on Sunday, get the plan sorted, know how you're going to play and go up there and get another 3 points, and it has to be consistent this second half of the season.
Yeah, Blue Shadow.
Absolute echo of what was just said. You know, we've done a fantastic night tonight. We've put to bed who's is second place. Certainly second place, possibly the helicopter is changing direction and we might get first place, but we've got to go up and do it against these lesser teams. That's been our weakness. It's time to deal with that next.
Here.
Gary?
Aye, absolutely. Great performance tonight. The league is not over. Not a chance. It's definitely not over. Got a couple of big games coming up in quick succession. The momentum is with us. Just need to keep it going, but well done to the guys tonight. Fantastic.
Bridgeman.
Well, can I just echo everybody's shout out? I've got one thing to say about our manager. I wasn't keen on him, but he's gradually changed my mind, and I wish more power to his signings, because we've still got 7 days to go in this window, and he could make another couple of signings. And my goodness gracious, what a squad we're building! Fabulous, really fabulous. And to all the Rangers fans all over the world, and particularly Rangers fans on here on Rangers Radio, what a night. Fabulous victory. Everybody, keep it going for the Rangers, and we're all in there. Keep it going.
Thanks for that, Bridge. Can I thank Travel Rug, Al63, Ibrox Loyal, nail up, mate. Bridge, Gary, Blue Shadow, Rudy Bear, the one and only Big Alfie Australia for joining us on the panel. Can I thank Old School Blue and his glamorous assistant, who I think might have been pied off and put to bed because it's school in the morning. This has been Rangers Radio. Rangers 2, Aberdeen nothing. We'll be back tomorrow night between 9 and 11. Take it away, Old School Blue.
Ever since I recall, I have followed football, and ingrained in my heart are the Rangers FC. Through good and the bad, times of happy or sad, it will always be Rangers for me. For when I was a lad, I was led by the hand down the Paisley Road West. I will never forget that beautiful sight of the red, blue and white. From the day I'd be Rangers for life. And I vowed to my dad, if I too have a lad, I would show him the way as he did on that day. And so now here I stand with young Lyle by the hand, after walking down Paisley Road West. For when I was a lad, I was led by the hand down the Paisley Road West. I will never forget that beautiful sight of the red, blue and white. From that day I'd be Rangers for life. For when I was a lad, I was led by the hand down the Paisley Road West. I will never forget that beautiful sight of the red, blue and white. For the day I'd be Rangers for life. There's a great sense of pride that I feel deep inside as I'm watching the Gers, my father and son. And it's sure safe to say at the end of the game, win or lose, we will all follow on. For when I was a lad, I was led by the hand down the Paisley Road West. I will never forget that beautiful sight of the red, blue and white. From that day I'd be Rangers for life. Ever since I recall, I have followed football, and ingrained in my heart are the Rangers FC. Through good and the bad, times of happy or sad, it will always be Rangers for me. For when I was a lad, I was led by the hand down the Paisley Road West. I will never forget that beautiful sight of the red, blue and white. For the day I'd be Rangers for life. From that day I'd be Rangers for life. From that day I'd be Rangers for life.
There's a pub in Green Street where all good proddies you will meet. So come down here and together we'll have a jar. A welcome there you will receive, so good that you won't want to leave. A fine wee pub is Saltcoats Mermaid Bar. You'll hear the sash and Derry's walls, just like in your own wee orange halls. The banter here you will enjoy, as long as you're a proddy boy. A good time in the Mermaid is had by one and all. We all support the Queen and Crown. The prices here are the best in town, and the bar staff, they are one terrific crew. everyone laughing, full of cheer. It's one tremendous atmosphere, singing to support the red, white and blue. You'll hear the sash and Derry's walls, just like in your own wee orange halls. The banter here you will enjoy, as long as you're a proddy boy. A good time in the Mermaid is had by one and all. It's nice to come to the Mermaid Bar when Rangers are playing at Ibrox Park. You'll forget your worries and all your cares, singing songs against the Thames before you watch the Rangers win. For everyone here supports the Teddy Bears. You'll hear the sash and Derry's walls, just like in your own wee orange halls. The banter here you will enjoy, as long as you're a proddy boy. A good time in the Mermaid is had by one and all. If you are up from Belfast town, Tyrone, Fermanagh or County Down, Armagh, Antrim or London, Derry shores, the Mermaid is the place for you, so come and have a drink or two. Next time in Saltcoats you'll want to come back for more. You'll hear the sash and Derry's walls, just like in your own wee orange halls. The banter here you will enjoy, as long as you're a proddy boy. A good time in the Mermaid is had by one and all. You'll hear the sash and Derry's walls, just like in your own wee orange halls. The banter here you will enjoy, as long as you're a proddy boy. A good time in the Mermaid is had by one and all. A good time in the Mermaid is had by one and all. A good time in the Mermaid is had by one and all.